Right, I'm in RAF Cosford Royal Air Force Museum, and this is hangar number 4. I might try and do these videos by hangar number. Hangar number 4, Cold War aircraft. Now this is a Vickers Valiant. It is one of the V bombers. It's a very rare aircraft, and slung underneath it is a mock-up of the nuclear bomb. Now this would have been dropped on, I think a Vickers Valiant is the only aircraft ever to drop a nuclear bomb. You know, that when they did the nuclear tests, like Christmas Island and stuff like that, it would have been a Vickers Valiant. So it's a really rare aircraft. You can just about, it'd be nice to go inside, but you can just about see in there, look, into the sort of cockpit. And I tell you what, it ain't too bad. You compare it to a Vulcan, and there's a fair bit of room in it. And like I said, this is a mock-up of a nuclear bomb. So this hangar is the Cold War hangar. And there's some nice aircraft in here. You've got a front section from a Blackburn Buccaneer. Look. And then you've got an entire MiG-21, which was a, Soviet-era fighter that was sold all around the Soviet bloc, used by anybody from East Germany, and also used in the Vietnam War by the Vietnamese Air Force. So these aircraft, these MiG-21s, would have shot down a few B-52 bombers in Vietnam. And we've also got an F-111, look. And that's the back view of the engines. Cold War bomber. That did the dropping the bombs against Gaddafi in Libya. F-111s did that. And a little known fact about an F-111 is that when the pilot has to eject, the whole front section comes off, and it acts as a bit of a sort of life capsule. So you're not blown through your ejector seat through the roof. The whole front section is sort of parachutes on it, and the old front section comes away, and then gives you a bit of protection. Now I think what we've got here, we've got a MiG-15. This is from, or it could be a MiG-17. I'll have a look. This is from the Korean War. Let's have a look. I think we're at 15. Yeah, MiG-15. So during the Second World War, obviously the UK had developed the jet engine, and then on a bit of a lend-lease, they sent 10 jet engines to Russia, and the Russians used our engine to build this MiG-15 fighter, which was used again by the North Koreans in the Korean War, and this would have been used to shoot down Super Sabres. The thing with it is, with the old MiG-15, it's got some big old guns on it. This gun here, that gun there, is a 23mm cannon. It's a big old gun, if you're in combat. It's a big old gun. Right, so what we've got is, look, we've got a blue steel. So this is the atomic deterrent, blue steel missile. So this can be hung underneath a Victor or a Vulcan, and then fired at range with an atomic warhead, so the aircraft doesn't have to get close to the target. It can fire this at range. And then what we've got here is, I'll try and get a better shot of it, which one of my favourite aircraft we've got a Victor. Now these were obviously used, they were used in the Falklands War. They were used in the Falklands War as tanker aircraft. The famous Black Book raid on the Falklands. These Victors were used as tankers to refuel the Vulcan on the Black Book raids. And it's a little known fact that this Victor, when it was designed as a V-bomber, the bomb bay was designed to take a tall boy bomb. So them big bombs that they used on the Tirpitz that were dropped by Lancaster, you could put one of them would fit in the bomb bay of a Victor. So you could use a conventional bomb. You could use a conventional bomb, imagine that, and drop it on a target. Right, so we've got a Vulcan now. This is the Vulcan, the back view. And what you can do, you can go underneath, and they've actually put a TV in here, but you can go underneath and you can look at the bomb bay. Look, and that is a Vulcan's bomb bay. I'll have a quick walk down this gantry and show you what else is about. There is also, look down here, there's a Polaris missile. They've got a full-size Polaris missile. There's a Bloodhound ground-to-air missile. This is one of our first attempts at making a SAM missile ourselves, a Bloodhound Cold War missile. I always remember going to, I think, South Luffenham RAF base, and there was a Meteor aircraft and a Bloodhound on the gate as gate guardians. But yeah, I think the old free to go round, say Cosford Air Museum. I'm going to try and say look in all the hangars best I can. But that's the Vulcan. Look, that's really impressive, isn't it? That's really impressive. We've also got up here, look, we've got Lightning, an English Electric Lightning fighter, which they've got which they used to do, take off from the air base and then just go vertical straight up. Cold War fighter. We've also got a Hunter, the underneath of a Hunter there as well. Oh, we've got a Sabre. I just showed you earlier, I'll just get a bit nearer to that. I just showed you earlier that MiG-15. Well, that MiG-15 in Korea would have been battling this F-86 Sabre. This is in Royal Air Force markings, but obviously it would have been in American markings, F-86 Sabre. Right, so that's all I'm doing. That is the first hangar that I'm going in, which is the Cold War hangar at RAF Cosford. Okay, cheers, bye.